Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, your edgy one.
Yeah, no, sorry. For a second, I thought it was the fourth one. I was like, oh yeah, shit. No, I better take my name out of that. Because I'm only
No.
here for like half the session. But you know, that
No, I think you guys will finish scenario 4 by the time we normally end. If you guys don't, then that means something terrible has happened one way or another. We can finish out that pick. You guys can type it out who you guys want in the general chat. Feel free to discuss it. If not, then I will randomly determine it.
Ninat, are you a war cleric?
No. It's a bard.
It's a bard.
I like that option.
Lots of bards.
He's a valor bard.
Oh, that's a great option.
So he's got with Swift Quiver, he's got 4 attacks.
Garth, what do you do? And Dorky, what does your character do?
Bard as well.
You said bard as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wow. Are you also valor? Or sword?
Bard squad.
We had a barbarian squad, now we got a bard
squad. I was over here thinking for scenario 3, we're going to be hurting for heals, but it sounds like...
I think it's the inverse now.
Yeah.
No, we got a lot.
Decent option. So yeah, I think obviously y'all make the decision y'all want to, but either a bard or a sniper is a great option.
Look, my sniper can also do some healing. It's not much.
Just because putting a bunch of damage on a target to remove them from the initiative has been the winning strategy.
Yes.
Look, for reference, this is normal attack for him if it rolls.
Oh my god.
That's so we're looking at what's that?
Oh, -5 on that damage. On that to hit.
So
44,
so 88 damage around.
Yeah. He can only hit once on a round.
Right. Well,
but,
does Swift Quiver work on a sniper?
It's got 1 round in it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I have to reload as a bonus.
Roger.
We run the numbers on this last week. It's like every other turn it'd be viable for a rifle person. I don't think a sniper rifle would be at all viable.
Yeah.
You gotta constantly reload.
Okay.
Haha, design balance.
Yeah, so that's my piece. Y'all obviously make whatever decision y'all want.
My cross.
Slack is upside down. What a chance.
Laying on his back.
Yeah.
One additional argument, if it helps sway anything. If the session runs late, Need Not would be to stay longer.
That's a good point.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, we don't need the decision right now, do we, Crash?
No, you don't.
Okay, so we can come back to it and think it over.
Sounds good to me.
Very well. Then let's get into it. Let me start by changing the music. Yeah, I would recommend that. Yeah. At a point in the evening, the dinner bell is rang rather extensively, likely by an overenthusiastic person or someone that's hungry. And those of you with your STEM Ken characters know that it is dinner time, and your provincial characters can logically assume it's dinner time. But more importantly, it's a touchstone, it's a cornerstone of their day-to-day life. You know, breakfast is, as you get it, same for lunch, but a communal dinner is very, very important. True in real life, because we use the same thing on the ISS. one by one, you guys go over to the kitchen and gather your plates. Sort of like buffet style, except it's not a buffet. And it's more like catering. Help yourselves to the large amount of food. And in healthy diversity as well, which, don't get me wrong, the Stemkin are diverse people, but even to your Stemkin characters, this is going a bit further compared to normal, but you can imagine why. Young Mr. Magnus over there, Owen Magnus, does bless the entire food. Well, bless. It's a hero's feast. So, let's just determine that right now for everyone. Average,
Oh,
literally average. Can't complain about that.
Mhm.
For all your characters, please note down your current maximum HP somewhere. Notes or whatever.
Trash.
So,
Here's a question: would
Hey.
magical inspiration apply to that?
that's a good question. Let me read magical inspiration. That's a good question. If so, that's a new
I think
busted combo.
I think it says damage or healing, which I don't think this applies to either.
Does it increase your HP by the same amount it increases?
It says hit points regained or the damage dealt. So you're not regaining hit points for this. That being said, it fits Owen's character, so I'll put it through for him. So allow me to roll one more thing.
Double
Why
that.
does he roll a 1? Shit. 8, so
Okay.
19. So note down your current hit points for your Scenario 3 and 4 characters. I guess you could do it for Scenario 2 characters, but you're not gonna play them again, so whatever. The Scenario 3 and 4 characters, main characters and Scholastic characters, and then increase it by 19. 19.
Manushka's already got a bumped up health. Would that be void at this point?
Where'd you get that one from?
It's the +5, so I'm assuming that's from aid. Somebody's
That's
got
probably from Aid, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that
So
would be
we're good.
gone.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
If you guys want to recast that stuff before Scenario 4, then sure, but we'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Yeah. Okay. So that's +9.
Plus 19. And that'll last.
Good poison.
I'm sure there's a button I can hit.
Advantage on wisdom saves immune to poison.
No, I'm too lazy to look through all the sheets, so I'll just go to 5e tools. I was like, which one of them has Heroes Feast in their spell sheet? Let's see. Increase your max HP. Already did that. Immune to being poisoned and frightened. Pretty nice. Cured of poison disease. And wisdom saves at advantage. Which is probably the more important part. Well, actually, no, the frightened part's pretty important as well.
Yeah, I was just say literal angel.
Laughs in Celestial. Everyone in a 1 mile vicinity dies. So, dinner is had in heroic capacity, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Despite it being magically infused food and such, it is comfort food. It is homely food. To those of you that have backgrounds in, how to say, not cooking, no, although that is in relation to it, to like Southern cuisine. Not Southern as in the real life. No, I'm not talking about Texas. Southern provincial cuisine. This is a bit further away from that. To those of you from the Twins and such, this is closer to that. And thus, a quiet merriment is had on this eve before a great cataclysm. The floor is yours, my friends. You guys want to talk or do anything, be my guest. If not, I have some stuff the NPCs want to do. I know Amber's getting drunk, and I know Zal is, his mind is on 2 different fronts right now.
Yeah, I got something.
I just assume the people on the bottom table are using it. The thing is, it has a limit, so you guys are probably gonna clear through it pretty quickly.
Didn't we wanted Kasai wanted to have?
Indeed, she did. She's sort of busy though,
Yes.
which is another thing of Kasai will be wanting to talk with the Enlightener, which I might revise everything I have written up. Go me, I didn't even manage to focus on it. So, yeah. Who wants to go first? If
I
not,
do.
then what do you got? What are you doing?
So the jar is kind of like picking at his food, not really eating it first, and he looks over at Silas. Silas, may I have a word?
You cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
Silas, may I have a word?
He's gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to confirm it. So, do you guys get up or do you stay put?
No, so he's not going to move. He just wants Silas' attention.
And you have it.
Look, earlier, I would like to apologize for threatening to kill you. When I saw that candle, I thought the worst, and that shames me. It takes a certain kind of evil, twisted degree of apathy to corrupt a living being or defile a soul like that, condemning them to undead servitude. I know you are not that. I will confess, though, I do not know you as well as I should like. And in my ignorance, I could not see past your mischief. But please realize that while you may enjoy getting your kicks out of Oriana, as do we all, your secrecy pushes you further away from us and our trust. I want to trust you, Silas. And therefore, going forward, I will do exactly that. But please, do not give me a reason not to. As for the next time I see you dabble in something akin to those candles, I will withhold my judgment until I have heard your side of the story, until I've heard your explanation in full. This I swear to you. Know this, however. If you do choose to walk down a path so dark and vile as necromancy in that sort of soul-corrupting vein, even if it's just in the name of knowledge, you and I will become enemies. I do not want that. I want you as my friend and as my ally. I want to put my trust in you in combat, and I will do so by putting myself between you and the blades that would cut you. I'm sorry for threatening.
I told Oriana this earlier. I've been told I get carried in the moment. Try to explain myself before it gets too far.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
America is like eyeing you guys, like wondering where this spree of threats came from. Well, she was in the medical tent this whole time, so she's like, "What the fuck happened?"
Well, no, then she would have seen like the blooming candle.
Yeah, there's that one moment where
She didn't go outside to check it like freaking names. Freak told us, thank you. Yeah, she didn't go to check. That means
You're all worried about Silas having a candle, but Tolos has a giant candle. Do we?
Maybe.
She calls it a demon.
Damon.
Demon.
Demon.
Technically.
So it's
Yeah,
called
you
mad.
exactly
What's the
research the
problem?
topic.
Could just be a spelling error. We don't know
It's
if
not an
Taurus is
undead.
dyslexic.
The summoners, yeah, the summoners dyslexic, yeah.
Yes, can we make... Oh, that's a twist. Oh my god.
I mean,
My ally.
I
Shine.
should have got it proofread.
All we know is that the demon is good at hunting wills.
Well, you need a notary. So, you guys are just chilling, enjoying your food.
Is Kasai over there like the whole time? Or is the
Yes.
stuff she did already happen?
I'll give her some retroactive. I'll retcon it honestly because again, I know along the lines of what was said, so I'll say she has a bit of a head start. But you can join her mid
You know what?
interrogation, so to speak.
I will join her later because I'll be over here initially.
Yeah. Okay.
Dimension doors
Then,
open.
well, hold up. Let me change the music. There. We're gonna need that. We're gonna need that music change. You know, different mood over here.
Is Grandfather Redwood over here?
I mean, Grandfather Redwood's everywhere. Technically,
Okay, gotcha.
that's the
Wasn't
thing.
sure if you
Grandfather
had-
Redwood has been pretty inert this whole time. He is focusing on the vines, so he's not fully here. If that makes sense.
Okay.
He's everywhere, but his attention is elsewhere.
It's like my grandfather at dinner.
This is actually based off of your actual grandfather, so
He
Long-
is hard of hearing, and his hearing aid sucks. So yeah.
does he talk really slow and with a booming voice, and he's like 700 feet tall or whatever?
Kind of.
Yeah, he's kind of 700 feet tall. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, he's kind of 700 feet tall. What's up? Technically yes, but I don't care. We're gonna ignore that for the time being. I think Heroes Feast takes like you need to consume it for a period of time anyways. So I think it's like 10 minutes. So you spend 10 minutes eating the food. Yeah. Again, if you guys ever want your characters to get drunk, even if you're a monk that has like literal immunity to being drunk, unless you're drunken master, keck, then you guys are free to just choose to fail and be drunk. Like you guys are, yeah. It takes 1 hour to consume the Hero's Feast. Well, yeah, there you go. You got drunk in an hour. Just slam some shots or something.
Yeah, you can get drunk in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you totally
If you're
can.
aggressive enough.
If you're aggressive enough.
Retain would just look over everyone and hold his glass and just in a fairly loud voice call out, "If I might have a moment of your time."
People begin quieting down, looking over to you. Maxine even directs some people's attention over to you. Well, she tries to direct our boy Viego, but I don't know if that's working or not.
Just goo eyeing, like swirling his finger around the rim of his drink.
Oh my god.
A week ago, I doubt any of us assumed we would be in this situation. But here we are, gathered from the far corners of the world in all walks of life. But we did answer that call. When war came to our homes, we met it, and we fought tooth and nail to get where we are. We lost loved ones along the way. But we will not falter to those who wish to impose their will upon us. So let us eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we have a war to win, and we will win.
At that, let's see, this table, and I'm pretty sure Lord Koltark stands up, applauding, tears streaming from his eyes. A proper gentleman's speech, Retain! Abel's just like cringing from the volume, but he does hold up his own tankard in your honor. You get what's the word? A reception. There you go. A reception of applause. Tankards being lifted and stuff like that. Thus, a feast is had. Or, continue being had, rather. I will say, if you guys don't have temp HP on your sheets right now, take Redain's. I don't know if you guys will need it. I hope not.
Yeah, we still got the
Not-
25.
Yeah.
He hasn't talked to any of you guys. Well, except I think he hasn't really talked to any of you guys. Keep in mind that you guys came back from scenario 2 timeline for tonight, so you guys probably don't have that temp HP, or even maybe some of your actual HP. But I don't want to be too anal on it.
What's Redain's at the moment?
9 or 10, isn't it?
6,
Oh, I'm
10.
stupid.
10?
It is 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still not just on the main character sheets, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Dankeschön.
5 gold. I made a joke at a coworker where she's like, "Can I borrow a sharp?" I'm like, $5. But the thing is, like, they're the front branch people, so they have the keys to go get the mail. And then she just hit me with like, "All right, I'll just start charging you every time you need to go get your mail." Then, and I'm like, "That's the
Wait, that's
cutthroat
legal.
business practice. I respect that." And of course, we both work at the bank. So,
Yeah, capitalism.
woo! My company doesn't money launder,
I think
probably.
every system has banks.
Yeah, but banks are Ponzi schemes. We're idiots. Anyways, so Redain, you make your speech, and I'm assuming you go over to ye olde prisoner of Worry.
Because I did
All
make
right.
a promise to Kasai. She would need a loan.
Fair point. I mean, she'll come meet with you guys in due time. Now I need to turn the music back on. Actually, I don't think Makos wants to even look at this guy. He's way over here. You go over to what is equivocally their armory, and you see that the Enlightener in question is tied down to what appears to be a how to describe it? A stump that's emerging out of the ground. Although it's not a stump in like a tree that's been lumberjacked, like chopped down. It's like a spike shooting out of the ground, like almost like a stalagmite, stalactite, a stalag. It looks more akin to that. Oh, if you ever played fucking, what was it Wind Waker? There's a Wind Waker. Those fucking roots that come out of the ground when you're in like the fucking Deku tree island. That one? Yeah, this sort of looks like that. He's tied to it by chains, and over where his arms would meet the, I'm just gonna call it the stump. The stump, it's frozen. There's ice on him and his feet. So he is sort of like, not crucified, but bound there, like hold taut, so to speak. And he is pretty conscious. He is awake. He and Kasai are in the midst of talking as you enter the room. And as you enter the room, it doesn't take an insight check to see that whatever he has said to Kasai is something frazzling to her. Actually, roll me your perception. I do have advantage, I guess. Yeah, perception advantage. Because they're not exactly trying to be quiet. It's just a matter of... Well...
15 is the
British
number,
and the
and so
same.
shall it be 15.
Not on the walk over here. You would catch... Let's see. What pointer would you be? You hear a remark by Kasai in his response. Her remarking, "I'd rather die." You will. And when you do, you'll finally see. And then that's when you bust around the corner and enter the building. Actually, I think it's...
Looks at him. We all die. It's just a matter of how we spend our time before then.
A very good point.
Like leans down and puts his pulls his sword out and stabs it in the ground so he doesn't have a weapon on him. Do you have a name?
Not anymore. I've given it up. As we
I
all
see.
have.
Is that a measure to be devoted to your cause?
I suppose you could say that, yes. Names are meaningless, Mr. Redan. We all serve the same goal. Just like Miss Kasai, in due time, you too will see. You understand the truth.
What truth is that?
That our mortal time here, as valuable as it is a drop in the bucket. No. No. That which we do in our mortal lifespans will always be trounced by the divine and their guiding hands.
Yes, I fully agree.
Kasai squints at him, and then you see out of the corner eye, she gets a deep furrow in brown. Let us speak outside.
Very well. Though I'm not sure that speaking outside would cause him to not be able to hear us.
I don't want to even look at him.
He just picks his sword back up, wipes the dirt off, and sheathes it. If you'll excuse.
She goes outside. Bit away. There's something in him. I heard it when he looks around. I had my suspicions looking at him earlier. But that was all I needed. The last straw. He's sweating even though he isn't moving, and he's restricted by cold measures. He's having intense breathlessness, ragged breathing. But he suffers no injuries. I checked. His mask is hiding something. And I can't remove it.
Do you think there's something inside?
She nods. When he turned to look, when you entered the room, I heard something. Like metal scraping. It's very, very quiet. Muffled.
He just thinks about it. This isn't my expertise. What do you think it is?
I do not know. But whatever it is, it can't be good.
Is it a danger having him?
She nods slowly. Most likely. But I do not know if killing him would be the way forward either. If we kill him, he goes back. If we leave him here, he could be a problem later. I do not know. He's trying to do something, though. Before you showed up, before you entered, he was trying to convince me that she stops. That he and I are the same. He talked about Hibrinka. And you see Hebe's like sort of perched on her shoulder this whole time. And then little Fire Wisp does what would be the semblance of a nod, I guess. You see the eyes move up and down, like, yes.
Do you believe he was part of your tribe?
She doesn't really answer at that. I don't know. I don't think so, though. My tribe met its end far away from here. But with how they've been able to so suddenly move, I don't know. I don't think so, though. Him, his arms are longer than you and I. I do not think he was human before. What he was now.
Like a bugbear.
She nods. I was talking with Maxine about the Enlighteners, and we've come to our own conclusions. But we do share that whatever they did at that village changed them. There are more than zealots now. Now they actually are monsters.
Do you think this is coming from their fell god? Or perhaps something else?
Perhaps. I cannot say for certain. I don't know enough about their fell god. Not many other Nevros tribes do, as you can imagine.
Of course. Then what is your recommendation?
She thinks on it. Even if he's one number to theirs, I say we end him now. I still find it very weird we even have him as prisoner in the first place.
I see. What if we could use him?
Use how?
We're going to need to find a way to engage their Lucarato Salas without becoming a target of the eyes in the sky.
He looks on you. And how do you think he will help with that?
We send him back with information.
She gets a frown. Information.
Correct.
How does giving them information help this?
Because we give them the information we want them to have, so we can plan accordingly.
I don't see how giving them any information is helpful to us. Even if it's one we want them to have. I don't know why we would want them to have anything.
He just looks at her. Kasaya, what is actually going on here?
I would ask you the same. How does betraying our position help?
They are on a time limit. We are not. But we are at a disadvantage because they have eyes in the sky that will reduce us to cinder.
Right.
So we need a plan to where we can accomplish what we need to without giving up everything.
But if we give them information even if it is information we want them to have. What if they take that information and plan opposite? Because now they have information to work with.
Do you think we can lie to them?
I don't think so. But him, maybe. Not all of them. But I suppose that depends on lie. I'm not used to lying.
We point out weaknesses where we want them to be, without actually putting them there. And we use that to our advantage. We need to get those pyres out, so we need the eyes focused to not be on that unit.
I will trust you on this. I do not know the ways of strategy. I was Alas in training, not Legratos.
We'll run this plan by others.
Then what do you want to do with him in the meantime?
But now let's get him something to eat. Make him comfortable.
He is bound to root and frozen and chained. I do not think he will ever be comfortable.
He just nods and sort of looks to her. That's okay. If he doesn't need to eat, that tells us more about what's inside of him.
Agreed. She looks over at the quote-unquote armory. Prison room. Whatever. Just sort of stares at it for a moment. It spits on the ground. Bastard.
Before leaving, he was just like, "This has you irritated.
It does.
Are you irritated because he said something you believe is true?"
I hope it isn't.
That's
And
not
if it
what I
is-
asked.
Yes. I don't think it is very true. I think there is the chance. And that... She has a perturbed look on her face. Disgusts me.
Understood. You should grab some food. I think they're going to clear through that alchemy jug pretty soon.
I don't know if I want to drink anymore. We'll see. And what of you? Will you be staying here with him?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Very well. She turns to look at this Goliath individual and just nods at him. And he just sort of crosses over so that he's in the doorway and has eyes on the environment and on him.
Retain would go back and grab some food and bring it to the Goliath.
As you approach over to, you go back, grab some food, come over. He spots you approaching and stares at you for a moment. Then he realizes what you're carrying, and you get over to him. You hand over the plate, which has I don't know, biscuits and gravy and sausage and yada yada yada. And he just nods at you once and says something. What language does he speak? He can't speak common, and he catches himself after saying that, and then just follows up with, "Thank you."
Of course, everyone needs to eat.
He said something giant. I'll say that.
Oh, I don't know that.
Rip. He said something in giant, and then he's like, wait, not everyone speaks giant, and then he says thank you in common. I hope you got what you want from him. He says he's like eating. He's like pointedly eating at the prisoners. It's like, look what I got. It's so good. It's delicious. And the enlightener isn't even looking. He's like just sort of like let gravity drop him, using his limbs as anchor points, just sort of just vibing there. He's not even looking. His head's pointed, or his face is pointed down to the ground, like sort of like drooping.
Okay. Yeah, he would just point his head in. Can we get you something to eat?
Mako sort of stops at that. And just looks at you. Roll me your persuasion. Oh, that's
15 is the number, and 15 shall it be.
You will have a 15. It has been decreed. Not 16. 14, only on the way to 15. But 15 is the number you shall have. He leans in to quote unquote whisper at you. Not really trying to hide it. I don't think. He swallows his food. He's supposed to get food.
Does the enlightener answer in the meantime?
He looks up at you. And you hear him chuckle. The captain was right. You are very gracious. No, thank you.
We're your captives. It doesn't mean we're savage.
They're all
But-
savages.
He looks over the Makos. This is not my place, so it's not my rules.
Right. The enlightener lets his head droop again. Roll me your perception. I was about to say, if it's another 15, that's actually really fucking hilarious. It's not a 15, though. It's unfortunately worse. He lets his head droop, and then you can hear him mutter to himself. They're all savages. Maka just spits in his direction. Says something in giant. You don't understand it.
Okay, with that, I'll just go back to the table and grab some food myself.
Fair enough.
Stand here next to Rodra, who's corner hiding.
Sure.
The brooding corner.
It's as if there's a corner. It's as if these archetypes are all edgy and yeah.
You've got Felix
Crazy.
Dead-Eyes in there, just the edgiest of them all.
That's wild.
An edge can only get so sharp.
Yes! Join me, brother! Join me, brother in arms.
Oh god, what was my favourite one that I remember from years? It was Bebo or something. It was mid-emo phase. It's I'm so emo my grass cuts itself or something.
Oh god.
Jesus.